Okay, listen, I'm trying my best. Hi, my name is Paige. Welcome to my February TBR jar video. Good news and bad news, friends. I've been reading, and I haven't just been reading fan fiction. I have finished some books, but there will be some punishments coming up this month. So let's talk about what I was supposed to read in January. Okay, so I was meant to read an Own Voices book. I picked Wolf Song by T.J. Klune. It is a reread. I'm reading it so I can annotate it and send it to Serena at Read the Riot because we just think it would be super fun. I haven't gotten to this yet, but I am filming this on the 24th and there are a few more days. And I think I can at least get somewhere in this, but I definitely won't be finishing this in the month. Then I was supposed to read a DNF, and I'm actually using this as a bookmark, and I am almost done. It's really easy to read. I think I'll be finished with it tonight, maybe tomorrow night. Then I was supposed to read a book with a color in the title, and I decided to read Hazel Bly and the Deep Blue Sea. Loved it. It is so good. I cried so much. I really enjoyed this one, and I think I finished it in one day. It's a good one. Yeah, I'm gonna cry just thinking about it. I was also supposed to read a hardcover, and I read and finished Girl Made of Stars by Ashley Herring Blake as well. This is a really good one. I preferred Hazel Bly over this one, but I still really enjoyed this one. And then I was supposed to read my lowest rated book that was on my Goodreads, and I started The Removed by Brandon Hobson, and I decided I'm just gonna DNF this one. It's not what I'm interested in right now. It's not poorly written, it's not a bad story. I just was not in the mood to read this. I might hold on to it for a little while and see if I'm in the mood for it, but I don't think that this is the type of book I'm looking for going forward. So you might see me DNFing a lot of literary fiction coming up in the future just because it's just not what I want. And this one, I don't know, I'm looking for more fantasy and romance and whatnot. So this is a DNF for now. I'll hold on to it and see if I want to come back to it and if I ever get into the mood for books like this. So those were the books that I was meant to read. I technically haven't finished all three. I've only finished two, but I will be finishing The Adventurers really soon. And my DNF, I'm not going to count against myself just because I don't want to push through a book that I'm not going to enjoy. So I'm not going to take a punishment for that one, but I will take a punishment for Wolf Song. In other books that I was supposed to read in the month, I was meant to read The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood for our The Story Continue book club over at our fan fiction readathon Discord that me and Serena at Read the Riot host. You can find all the information for that in the description, but read this in so fast in a couple of days. Loved it. It was so fun. Had a few issues here or there. If you want to see what my issues were, you can go and join the Discord and go through the chapters and see what some of us were saying about this one. But overall, really fun. I cannot wait for all the other books that she comes out with. If her writing is anything like this one in the other books, I'm just gonna fly through. It was so fun. I could lie and say I'm almost done, but I've been at the 40% mark forever, and I like it. This is the problem. I like it, and I just don't pick it up. So the next couple of days, this is why I'm not going to get very far in Wolf Song, because after I finish The Adventurers, I'm going to be reading this. I might even try and read some of it tonight. Every time I go to sit down to read this, I'm like, oh, I should read a fan fiction instead because fan fictions are easier, even though this isn't a difficult read. I don't know. I just have like a mental block with this one, but it will be done. I swear to you, I will finish it in January. Swear to you. Swear to you. So now that we know what I have read, I am going to move on my board and then pull my punishment. So since I have technically only finished these two Ashley Herring Blake books, I am going to only move 2 spaces, and I don't have enough non-TBR books to move forward an additional space. So we're just gonna move 2 spaces. When I finish The Adventurers, I'll go ahead and just move that off camera. Which way does this go? 1, 2. So we're gonna move right here. And I am just 2 steps closer to getting to our mystery prize at the end. All right, punishment time. I can see the moon cards on this side, so I'm gonna turn them around towards you, shuffle them up, and then I'm just gonna pull one out. Let's go in the middle. Let's go with this one. It says, no books published this year allowed. So on my TBR, I cannot pick anything that is published in 2022, which should be easy because I don't think I have any brand spanking new books. So I am not upset about this one. All right, let's get into my TBR jar. I have a few prompts that I'm going to add in. I meant to add these in January, but I didn't end up wanting to laminate them. So here are the 10 extra cards that I'm adding into my TBR prompts. We have first commenter picks. So if I pull this, the first person who comments one of the books on my shelf will get the pick of that prompt. Serena picks because we have very similar taste in books. I know that she'll pick something good for me. My friend Chloe, I want her to also have an option of books that I pick. We have similar taste in books, we just have different views on books, but I still think that she would pick me a good one. A sapphic book, a reverse harem, because I've been hearing lots about those on Book Talk, so figured I'd try one out. A 2022 new release. Hopefully I don't pull this because it would go against my prompts, or I mean my punishment, not my prompts. Discord pick, so if you want to join in on my Discord with Serena, then you can go ahead and pick this if I ever pull this prompt. Kindle Unlimited, I did just get that, so I need to test it out. I haven't read anything on it yet, but this would give me a chance. A 2021 Goodreads Choice Award winner, and also a buddy read, so I would need to find a book that somebody else is reading and buddy up with them. So I'm going to randomly distribute those into the pile. I'll quickly shuffle as well. All right, so like always, I'm going to pull 4 prompts unless it makes me draw a couple extra, and I will try and find a book for each of those prompts. Let's go. Prompt number 1 is a graphic novel right off the bat. Makes me so happy. Let me go grab one. All right, so I'm going to be reading That Can Be Arranged, a Muslim love story by Huda Fahmy, and it's about basically a woman in the 21st century trying to go about finding a husband with her religion in mind and whatnot. So it says that it's pretty hilarious and I am excited to read it. I've been wanting to read it for a while. I was looking up diverse graphic novels and whatnot, and this was on the list of one of the best ones. So I am excited to read this one finally. Prompt number 2. Ooh, this is an Instagram suggestion. So I'm doing them a little bit differently than I did last year. I actually asked on Instagram at the beginning of the year, what are 12 books that I should read in the year? And I got a bunch of different options. So let me go through them and see what were said. So I'll put that up right here for you so you can look through them as I try and find them. I think I'm gonna go with Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter because I know I have the audiobook to go along with it. I might regret this because this is a thick boy, but the Dolphin Reader suggested this to me and he's been saying that it's so great. He is such a big fan of the series, so this one's for you, friend. Prompt number 3. Okay, that one's jumping out at me. Own Voices. I got this last month, but I guess we can do it again. You know what? No. I don't want the same prompt twice, and this is my game, so my rules. I'm picking a different prompt. Ooh, the game got mad at me. Okay. Okay. I have to draw an extra. Fair. 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 Because I'm gonna throw a fit about getting a repeat. I have to draw 5 prompts now. I did that to myself. Okay. Prompt number 3 again. It says, read a book for the current season, which I think is really funny because I live in Arizona and we don't really have seasons. It's technically winter, but I'm pretty sure it's more like fall weather. It's been like sunny and 70 degrees, so let's find a book for that. I'm so sad that it made me draw an extra prompt. That's what I get for being a brat. Okay, my camera died and I have been having the hardest time trying to find a book that is set in winter. So hear me out on this one. And if you see any book over there that you know is set in winter, let me know and I will switch this out. But when I think of winter, I think of like snow, even though it doesn't snow in Arizona. But I think of like cool tones, blues, whites. And so this book is blue and I'm gonna pick it. I tried to read inside of it to see if it's set in winter, but I got no descriptions based off of this. But we're gonna go with this one. Basically, I got this as a recommendation from Book Talk, and The last line of the summary says, "My name is Greer Galloway and I serve at the pleasure of the President of the United States. This is the story of an American queen." And you know what? It sounds spicy. I've heard it's spicy. We're gonna figure out what it's about. And it's blue like winter. So we're gonna go with this. I'm sorry. I was standing there for like 20 minutes. I need to move on. Okay, prompt number 4. And then I have to do a 5th one. I forgot. Number 4 is close your eyes and pick. Oh, this is gonna be not fun. Let's try and bring you over with me. Okay, this is probably not a great angle, but I'm gonna close my eyes and I am just going to reach this way towards romance, maybe. That's a picture frame. Okay, books. This one. Oh, okay. Let's move. But this is the one that I pointed to. All right, it's gonna change the color of my face, but we're gonna go with Conventionally Yours by Annabeth Albert. This will be like the 5th time. This is on my TBR. I was gifted this by Nat from Nerdy Nat Reads. She said it's wonderful. She really liked this one and I need to read it. I just need to read it. So this is on my TBR now, and I believe it's about 2 boys who are on a road trip to go to a convention or whatnot, and they fall in love. So it's everything that I want in a book, so I don't know why I haven't read it yet. Here it is on my TBR once more. And for my 5th and hopefully final prompt, a prompt swap. So if I disliked any of those other prompts, I can swap it out for something else. I think I'm gonna try and swap out the current season one and see if I can pick something else. But I kind of want to read that book. I just don't think it fits the prompt. What should I do? What should I do? You know what, actually, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna try and swap out this one. So no more Instagram suggestion. I'm gonna pick something else. I'm sorry. So I need to read a contemporary instead. Okay, I'm so sorry, Irvin, but it's so big. I don't want to read it yet. I don't want to read it yet. However, I do really want to read this one. So this is the 2nd book to Darius the Great is Not Okay. It's Darius the Great Deserves Better. And I'm so gonna take advantage of this and swap this out for Rage of Dragons because I do not want to read a big book next month. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I still do need to pull one more final book prompt because I'm supposed to have 5 books. Oh my god. 6 books apparently. Okay, book number 5. Oh my god, another prom swap. What is going on? I shuffled these. I'm gonna ignore this one because I am fine with what I have so far. Okay. Oh, one of these. Reverse Harem. Let me try and figure out, do I have one? I don't even know how long that took me, but I had to resort to Book Talk and searching through all of the reverse harem tags. So I think I'm going to go with Restless Spirit by Brianna Michaels. Apparently it's about a girl who is a ghost who no one can see until one man named Jack can see her finally and takes her home with him, where he lives with multiple other men too. And they help her figure out how she was killed, what happened to her past, and apparently it's dark. I don't know. It sounds paranormal and fun. So we're gonna go with this one because I am tired of looking through all of these books. Hopefully this is my final pull because I am exhausted at this point. I should not have thrown a fit. I really did it to myself. And we have last letter to first letter, which means that the last letter of the title that I just picked, which was Restless Spirit, so it ends with a T. I have to find a book that starts with a T. I feel like I can do this. We've made it to the end. Hold on. I know I've put this one on my TBR before, but hopefully I'll get to it. It's smaller. I have the audiobook on Scribd, and it is A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair. And I saw that Nat wrote that she DNF'd this one at like 50%, and her DNF review made me want to read it even more. So maybe I'll get to this one. There's a lot of books on my TBR now, and there's one more book that I do need to talk about. So as I think I've mentioned, but at this point I don't remember what I've said about an hour ago when I started filming, but me and Serena at Read the Riot are co-hosts for the fanfiction readathon, and because we love fanfiction so much, we wanted to extend it out and make a book club. So we created the Story Continued book club, which goes along with fanfiction tropes, and we're trying to find books that were either once fanfiction, once published as fanfiction, I mean, or they have fanfiction tropes, or there are fans in the story who write fanfiction themselves. So we're really trying to branch out. We're even looking towards retellings. So in the future, we're going to be reading A Song of Achilles because it's a Greek mythology retelling, which we feel like is basically Greek mythology fanfiction, right? If you're retelling stories with those characters in a different way, it's basically fan fiction. So we are really excited about what we're reading, and I am so excited for February's pick, which is Point Pleasant by Jen Archer Wood. And this, from my understanding, was a supernatural fan fiction at one point, or these characters were based on supernatural characters, and supernatural is my everything. I love it so much, and I cannot wait to read this one. I'm just going to read straight off the back to see if you would be interested in reading this one with us. We are just super excited to get to this one, especially me. I'm probably going to fly through it in like one sitting. But this is what it says. There's something in the woods of Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Ben Weishart grew up in the idyllic town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia. An early encounter with the supernatural shaped his worldview and served as the catalyst for his career as a best-selling horror writer. Ben left Point Pleasant at the age of 20. 13 years after abandoning his home, he returns to the town to investigate the apparent reemergence of the creature responsible for his childhood nightmares. In Point Pleasant, Ben is confronted by not only the town's resident monster, the Mothman, but also by his former best friend, Sheriff Nicholas Nolan. Together, Ben and Nicholas uncover the mystery of the monster in the woods and discover that the ghosts that haunt us are sometimes made of flesh and bone, and sometimes they lead us home. It just sounds so perfect. Supernatural in a book. Dean and Cass, come on. So this is what we're reading in February. I am so excited. You can find the Discord in my description. Please join us. And if you don't want to be a part of the Discord or any future readathons that we do, you can just join us. You can click in a custom role and become a fun bun and just hang out. We do reading sprints, maybe writing sprints sometimes. We haven't really figured that one out yet, and we just chat all the time in there. I'm in there every single day. Serena's in there every single day. We just have so much fun with everyone that we're talking to in there. So please join our Discord if you would like to. If not, no pressure. But these are all of my books that I should be reading in February. I see some punishments in the future, absolutely. And this does not include my Kindle Unlimited Reverse Harem that I also have to read. So if you would like to see how badly I fail at the end of this month, please subscribe and you can see for my March TBR how I did. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. If you have made it this far in the video, please leave me a car emoji in the comments so I know that you are watching, and I understand if you can't think of a full-out comment to write. But oh my gosh, I have a mess to clean up, and I think I'm just gonna end it here. So I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I can't even talk at this point. I need to go. Goodbye.